Oh, and it's 4 after. So do we want to start the show?
Yep. Luna, you ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Whenever you are.
All right, let's
Uh,
go.
Here's the cue. Yeah. Bam. Uh, I still haven't figured out a good system for that.
Oh no.
But yeah.
Okay, you're live or something, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, good. Awesome. All right.
Hey, YouTube.
3, 2, 1, and hello everyone, and welcome to another Improv Night with Stevie and Sho. Say hi, Shiseki.
Hey, how's it going, guys? How
Oh,
is
hey.
everybody tonight? Tonight. That's it. That's all I'm singing. Just that one word.
There was like 4
Tonight.
different songs I thought you were trying to do. Yeah.
They got mixed up. They jammed each other. So no song.
Yeah. God, what? I was brought back to like
tonight. That's
being
one.
13 years old and like just singers with a hair swoop. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it's the
Oh, I
last
used to have
show of
hair.
2023.
It is.
you-
It is the
oh.
last show of 2023,
Yeah.
and since 2023 isn't coming around again for a while at least, make the most of it because
Sure. I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say we're about to play a game that I never want to play again. It's dying with
oh yeah. If you got
2023.
anything you're gonna get out of
Yeah.
your system, get it out now
Yeah.
because once what happens in 2023 stays in 2023. So
You, yeah, this is not going up on Banter's YouTube channel. Like, this is not currently on Banter's YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the first game?
let's do something normal, like fortunately,
Okay.
unfortunately, just to get started. Let's just get started.
Righty.
So if you'd like to play Fortunately Unfortunately, please come up on the stage. You don't have to raise your hand or anything, just come on up. The way that we play is we're going to go around in a semicircle and we're going to tell a short story and it's going to go, fortunately this happened or unfortunately this happened. And we're going to take it in turns. That is it. That is as complex as it gets. If you'd like to take
Yeah,
part,
fine.
come on up.
Right,
Hey,
Yeah,
we got a skeleton. We
banner.
got Chokra. Hey.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
keep
Let's
going.
see.
Don't use everybody in the first. Oh, we got Razor Smiles as well. All right. So yeah,
And make a fun. There we go.
Is
Okay.
everybody.
Thought I'd be brave.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Microphone.
I do believe everybody is now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So.
All right.
All right. So, I had just started my New Year's resolution of using a treadmill for every single task under my roof, including washing the dishes.
Unfortunately, it blew up, and it flew me into space.
Fortunately, space is actually quite enjoyable with the treadmill, even though the air is a bit thin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the anti-treadmill aliens are like have an eye on you. Yeah, and they like initiated a war for walking on a treadmill in space.
Fortunately, they were instead obsessed with bicycles that don't go anywhere. So you knew that you could still apply those skills and those strong thighs you'd built up during the year.
Unfortunately, they did want to make this into a biopic, into a movie adaptation, and it had to be directed by Peter Jackson because who else knows how to do an entire colossal war scene between exercise equipment? And so we made that man fall apart for the 3rd time in 30 years and made him go through the entire process of a 9-hour-long trilogy of bicycles versus treadmills.
Fortunately, that was a big breakthrough in his life, and he went on to do comedy.
Unfortunately, his comedy movies are all Adam Sandler movies.
Oh no.
Fortunately, Adam Sandler movies are like back again in the trend, somehow, and people just like them, and they're like, "What the fuck's Adam Sandler. Yeah, you don't know Adam Sandler. He's cool.
Unfortunately, Peter Jackson was still obsessed with having all of his characters live in little holes in the ground with little round doors.
Fortunately, he actually, you know what? He found the way to please everybody. He took at least one of those holes and showed it to everybody because he had filled it with some uncut gems, and so he just, was able to toss those around to replace paying people.
Unfortunately, those gems were made out of candy. And once they took them out, and well, actually, some people, they had them in their pockets and they did their laundry and it would just melt. And so, no more gems. Well,
Fortunately, that meant that the teeth of the recipients were safeguarded, and we were safe from a serious lawsuit due to medical issues.
Unfortunately, they all died. And at one point, they rose up again, and then they died again. Oh my god, there's like a lot of, recurring.
Unfortunately, was that fortunately? Yeah, unfortunately, they got terrible reviews in the local paper for their death scenes.
Fortunately, it spawned another biopic. Thank you so much to Razor Smiles and Fanner and Takra for coming up. And sorry, am I pronouncing that right? Takra or Tokra?
Toka, Cree. Yeah, whatever you want. Everything works.
Wonderful. You guys were fantastic. Thanks for coming up. All right, and you can make your way back to the audience.
Great job.
And round of applause. All right.
Oh my god.
For the next game, actually, I'm getting super excited about something you mentioned before the show.
Okay.
Sorry, do you want to wait one more game before this, or do you want to try it now?
No, you
'Cause
can
I'm
do
like
it, but I
eager.
want to do the explanation.
Okay. We got Zookeeper Shiseki. Came up with it.
Okay, so we got a new game. It's going to work somewhat similar to Sell It and the career game. What's going to happen is we're going to get one person to come up on stage and be our species expert. A new island has just been discovered off the west coast of Australia, and they've got some interesting new flora and fauna. So what we need is someone to come up here and to explain to us about this new species that we've never heard of before. We're going to get the name of the species from the audience. So if you'd
Kiwis
like to take
especially.
part,
We will take. We would prefer.
you won't be
Kiwis.
required to do an Australian accent, but it's entirely
Yes, you
optional.
will be. I'm vetoing
If you'd
that
like
if
to take
at all
part,
possible.
please come up on stage.
Taika Waititi, please specifically come up on
Where the
Anyway.
hell is Max? He just disappeared.
just any old
We need
individual
one
person.
Come on, it's our
Including if
first
one
one,
of
so
those-
there's no way to do it wrong. I literally made
Including
this
if
up
one of
5
those
minutes
people
before
happens
coming up
to
on
be
stage.
named Shane Harris. That's that's someone who we,
Shane!
we just
They
he just
literally
drove
just
off
jumped off the.
Died.
Yeah, that's he jumped off the side there. That's actually how the island was discovered.
Exactly. We were
You should do it with your
He's
phone.
a-
Someone
he's
was in
not to
Perth
say
in
land
Australia,
ho.
With your
and
phone.
they
have
just
no
jumped off
societal
the side.
implications.
Just walk up.
I'm a land
So
ho.
come on,
So
we
we're-
need one person.
ah
Hey,
yeah, Maxie. Good.
all right, perfect.
Thank you for digging
All right,
me out of
wow,
that.
that is a lot of text.
Yeah.
He's an
Way
Aussie.
in the fuck hole. I
Reviews.
can-
Oh,
He's an Aussie.
perfect. All right,
What
perfect.
do we do?
So what we need now is a made-up name for this new species of flora or fauna.
Oh, Maxie just said he will can only answer yes or no.
Wallaby cock.
Bananalarians. Bananalarians.
Wallaby cock.
Bob, it's good, but we can't use that one.
Oh.
Sorry, Shay, what did you say? Sorry, I
Banana
heard
gangsters. But dancers.
banana gangsters. And Shane, what did you say?
Fine. Oh,
Yes, I can. Yes, I cannabis. What did you say?
Three-legged rock.
Three-legged rock. Okay, let's go for three-legged rock. Right, so tell us about the three-legged rock. I've never
Wallaby
seen
cock.
one before.
Maxie is actually nonverbal and said just after they came on the stage in a message to me they can only respond with yes or no. So we're gonna have to get a little more specific.
Oh, right.
Here, just letting you
Okay.
know. Yeah, they'll be
Right.
texting me.
Is it
or,
an animal?
Is it an animal?
I'll DM you on Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
no, yeah, you can shake or nod. What the fuck am I thinking? You don't need to message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we have confirmed that it is an animal, in fact.
Okay.
This is going to make it a lot harder than I imagined for this game.
Test, 1, 2.
Can it poop?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That was a very slow
can
nod. I had to
poop.
check
All
real
right.
quick.
You're checking.
Okay.
Can it poop on statues?
Does it reproduce asexually?
Yes.
No. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
does it reproduce at all, or is it is it a VR
just one?
enthusiast? Okay, it's just one solitary.
We
three-legged
got
rock.
the one. There's a whole species, it's just one of them.
Are you keeping this? Mitosis, he says. Mitosis is the
Oh, right.
is
okay.
how so it just splits apart.
It splits.
How do you
yeah,
prevent
so
it
just
from?
splits.
How do you prevent this three-legged rock from becoming an invasive species wherever it lands, taking over the planet in its wake?
That's not really a yes
That's
or no
more than a yes or
question.
no question. I'm in a mode that I was. You don't. That's where the island came from. It is the island, he says. Oh my God! I didn't know you could type that fast. Actually, that makes things a little less complicated. Thank you. But so now this island is made out of the three-legged rocks. I mean, how do we know that we're not? So I fucking. Are we right now standing on the three-legged rock or a structure made out of such?
Oh. I'm back.
Hi, good to see you.
I had to get my vaccines.
That is classified, he said, whether or not we're standing on the three-legged rock. Now,
Oh.
That means yes.
are they capable of in-depth human thought? Oh, oh no.
He's got to think about this.
There is a sniper pointed directly at our stage, so you are going to have to be careful of whatever it is you answer. Can they administer Shiseki's next vaccine? Can you administer Shiseki? Oh, much like a dog, they can be conscious, but not as smart as humans. But they can knock a syringe into him, can't they? Oh my God.
Yeah, how do we know that this gentleman is either an expert or, in fact, Australian?
I'm a scientist, Maxie says.
It's marsupial.
Yeah, but not all scientists are Australian.
You know,
There's one thing I've learned about scientists
is that there's
they're not all
none in
Australian.
Australia. There's
there are
not
some,
one.
yeah.
He says,
Yeah.
I have a lab coat. Jem says, I'm Australian. And so
that's true.
Jem check, would you actually, you know what? And Jem is smart. He said, you know what? We're going to do something special here. Jem, would you like to come up and be the translator for any given thing that
Okay.
Maxie says? Thank you so
That
much.
to me all the time. Good.
All right.
Well, we're going to megaphone you. This is a special case.
We gotta switch
All right.
spots. I have to be on this side. Get on that side. Push over.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're gonna keep asking questions. You consult you consult Maxie for whatever it is you have to say, and because we know you've been working together for about 40 years, right? And so you've been looking at these rocks so closely. So
Wait. You survived
Yeah.
Australia for 40 years?
I don't. I guess so. Yeah, 40 years. I can't remember how long it's been. I've been here now. Something like
Wow.
that. 40
You
years.
must be tough as
maybe
nails.
50. Yeah, you have to be. You never know what's gonna kill you, especially that three-legged rock, right? That
Yeah.
one.
which one of you has
It's a
gotten
doozy.
closer to dying, you or Dr. Maxie?
I think Dr. Maxie. He's been here a lot longer than I have.
Oh,
Okay,
I've got a
so-
question.
Yeah.
What's the
Yes.
third leg for?
Well, if you don't know what the third leg is for, then there's a problem. I mean, it's literally to keep his other two legs up. So like,
This
It kind of makes sense, yeah.
this species is
Yeah.
what we know as a walking, talking tripod in science, apparently.
Okay, so it's a literal third leg.
yeah, Maxie said it was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So I
We are
don't
not hearing your
know.
sound effects, Maxie, by the way.
Ah.
Maxie
Yeah,
just asked.
Maxie, you're having
Yeah.
issues.
They're trying to speak like Bumblebee.
Sometimes you have to hit
Ah.
him in the side of the head for him to work. His sound thing doesn't work all the time.
We do not condone corporal punishment here on Improv Night.
It's not. It's like
Big
hitting a
nose
TV
is
back in the
yellow.
days, except
Wait.
you know,
we don't
you
we
get a
don't
signal.
we don't allow it in sketches or just in general.
I believe just in general. Would you like to come clean about something, Shiseki?
Well, surely if it's corporal punishment as part of a sketch, there's no actual violence happening. We're just pretending, right?
Right, exactly. It's all stage hits. See?
You gotta give me one.
But yeah,
All
so
right.
Maxie, if you are being held against your will by a gem chick, just make whatever sign that you can.
Right.
Frozen
So
in fear
what do these
How many
things
times did he blink?
eat?
Did you see it?
8 times.
How many times have you seen it?
He's frozen with fear.
It takes him a while.
It's okay. At least 5, he says.
Yeah. So what do these three-legged stones eat? And do they hunt in packs or what? Like, describe some of their animal behaviors. This is sort of what I was imagining.
They
Well,
absorb,
tend to like
Maxie
to-
says.
They absorb, but they also tend to like to rub against each other and slide. Yes. They slide
Ooh.
and rub against each other, and this is how they run in herds. And the more they slide and rub, more form.
So they do work similarly to humans, but I'm wondering, like, so because they're still rocks, does this cause a lot of like forest fires, like throwing a snowball down a snow mountain? Maxie says, but look, I just
Do they
registered
gather?
that.
Do they gather moss?
No, they
No,
don't.
No, they don't.
As you can tell, Maxie said no.
Oh, well, do they eat moss? Do they help with the plant life? Ah, okay, that was an emphatic yes. They've eaten moss off your house, it looks like, right? Oh, really? They haven't even helped you out? I've been studying
I
them this
think
whole time.
sometimes if you get a couple in your backyard, it'll eat your grass, so you no longer have to like get a lawnmower. It's like they just come and eat and eat and eat and eat, and then you don't have to like mow your lawn 2 or 3 times a week in Australia. It helps us out.
Is this an invasive species, or is this just helping the global order of nature? Just make sure that you don't let them get out of your lawn. Oh, what happens when they get out of your lawn? Has he told you?
No, I have not been told that yet. Sometimes they keep things from me. They just let me roll myself and experience everything on my own here in Australia. I never
Show
get
of
any
hands, who-
information from an Aussie.
Who here has found a three-legged rock outside of their lawn, or okay, I'm gonna try and pronounce this, or the Bechemin road will make them grow larger and larger. Oh, I didn't see the last half of that message. I'm sorry.
Oh, easy. Click on your menu and just click on your little
Oh, that's right.
thingy there. Yeah.
I almost clicked the home button.
You gotta catch it real fast because when he types the next one, it disappears. So get in there real quick.
Or the Bechemin road will make them grow larger and larger, like little rocks and stones will make the three-legged rock bigger.
Well, I think it's time
There's a
to
lot of-
ask the audience whether or not they would pay to see this new species in the zoo, in your local zoo. If you would like to see this new species, then go over to this side. If you do not want to see the species, go over this side. And if you're nonplussed, then stay in the center, I guess.
Yeah, if you
Bob,
don't support animal
want to see that
exploitation.
species. You know you want to see
You know.
it, Bob. I would suggest you to get on the other side over there.
I think the animal should go extinct.
You motherfucker!
This is the record, Bob wants to see it go extinct.
Yeah, just this just in.
have lungs.
Bob Works is in
If you get on
favor.
the side, we'll make it look more.
Bob is in favor of biodiverse
Get it
genocide.
out of
And
here. Get it out of here.
just, yeah. Anyway,
All right,
so thank
well,
you so much to
most
Gemcheck
people are
and to
neutral,
Maxi.
and we have a few people. Actually, it's pretty even. It's pretty even. So.
Oh yeah, actually, I think like we got all three quadrants covered pretty much. So yeah, that'll be something to take home with you to New Year's dinner or whatever it is you do. I actually still haven't worked out what people traditionally do on New Year's. Yeah.
Why did you bring up New Year's dinner when we're talking about a
That
new
happened again,
species?
Jim.
Are you trying to work out whether it would be
I'm just-
tasty?
What?
Well, I guess like maybe that could be your
Ham was
roast
all
beast,
cited as
depending if
being-
you know how to eat rocks
That
right.
was
Like, is
really
it or
hard.
maybe
When you have
maybe
someone
it's
who
a rock
doesn't
on the
know how to speak,
outside or just
Maxi's usually good.
it's the outside or
Juicy on
maybe
the
not the
inside.
inside. Juicy and gushy on the inside. That's what these three-legged rocks
Gushy.
are.
Right.
But yeah. So
Well.
do we want to try another round of that or?
Yeah, let's try one more. Can
So,
we get
Try with
an
the
entirely
Stevie
different
person.
doctor, an entirely different animal, and yeah, and just like let us
biologist, yeah.
know before you come up whether you have any like special needs that need to be met. We can accommodate. We just need to know. We, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just
Nobly.
any old person that wants to make up an
Nope.
animal. Yeah,
Otherwise, Steve
Just,
and I will do it.
or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I keep putting you up to it. I'll do it this time. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Sure.
Steve is going to be our handler for this new species, and we need a name for this flora or fauna. So it could be a
Oh, I
flower. It
got
could be a
one.
plant.
Divine Delulu Dingleberry.
Divine Delulu Dingleberry, otherwise known as
Right, yeah.
Triple D. But yeah,
Yeah. So tell us about the
Delulu.
divine Delulu dingleberries.
so the Divine Delulu Dingleberry were actually named that way because they were discovered by the drag queen known as Divine. She was out on an expedition. She was on a safari. She was she was wearing like some Lululemon leggings, Delulu. You know, so she wanted to kind of incorporate that into the name. And well, Dingleberries. So what happens with the the Divine?
This is very
Delulu Dingleberry-
literal
Yeah.
naming.
Well, because they left it up to because they usually leave it up to the person who discovered the animal to actually name the animal, and so
Okay.
they and,
But this
and
is
so,
an animal, though. It's
Yeah,
called
this-
berries, but it's actually an animal.
right. Well, strawberries aren't really berries.
Are you saying the strawberries are an animal?
I, I mean, they speak to me on a regular basis, but so with the Divine Delulu Dingleberries, she was just like trying to figure out what names to put with it. But what happens is, so a lot of the time, if you guys have ever seen walked throughout your neighborhood and witnessed wind chimes on someone's porch, that you were like, I swear to God, those have never been there before. But those neighbors are like, we've had those there for 15 years, you know, and
But
so
the house is boarded up.
and the house, the house is all boarded up. They just arrived and they're seeing this. Yeah. So Divine Delulu Dingleberries are psychic wind chime shaped animals that feed off of the energy of people inhabiting whatever house that they're near. They have little teeny tiny legs that look like Lululemon leggings. And they
I thought it was Divine was
Yeah.
wearing the leggings. So you're saying that the chimes have the leggings.
well, she knew what she was looking for, so she decided to dress for the occasion, you see.
She dressed like this species that was just about to be
Yes.
discovered, coincidentally.
When you are looking for ostriches, don't you wear a banter avatar?
Wait a second, are these chimes some sort of shapeshifter that just mirrors whatever, whatever the other person who discovers them is wearing?
We actually haven't discovered. We haven't discovered that because it would have to be dependent on who initially discovered the animal, and because apparently they don't change depending. So if you ever see a pair of wind chimes that have Lululemon leggings, I completely forgot to mention that part. Not just any old wind chimes, but yeah, they have to have some cute little leggings on there, and be very progressive in who gets to read books to people on a regular basis. And so I, so. Yeah, they only tend to eat raspberry bushes and relish and sauerkraut.
Yes.
I mean, that is quite a collection of different foods from different parts of the world. So
Exactly. They have no native area. They kind of just roam as they please.
So what were those three
Yeah.
foods again? I caught sauerkraut. What were the other two?
Sauerkraut, relish, and raspberry bushes.
And relish. Okay, that's a weird
And
burger.
relish. It has to be man-made relish.
So how do these things reproduce? Like how describe the courting ritual of the uh desire.
Are you really genuinely like that? We just heard a snack wrapper being opened as she say, ask that question. Let's wait to hear this bullshit.
It's fun to watch.
Anyway, but yeah, so whenever
Divine,
okay.
not desire.
So
Divine.
now,
Yeah, so
Lunar, I'm gonna leave it to you whether to cut out this part of the audio for the stream or not. So what happens is you take the you take like a pipe cleaner from the one of the can you say one of the Lulu dingleberries, and you stick it in one of the wind chimes, any one of the wind chimes. It's kind of like it's it's kind of like how an ostrich has 5 heads for their dick, which is true. I don't remember if that's an ostrich or a peacock. One of them. Anyway, and so you shove it in there.
What does your Google search history look like?
I found this out in 2009 in a meme. I just never questioned it from there. That's what happened. But yeah, and so
okay, so what you're saying is there's something to do with pipe cleaners and one thing leads to another, and then or do these things lay eggs? I mean, are they marsupials? Do they give birth to live young? How does that work?
the only thing we know about their mating rituals so far, besides them just kind of appearing in.
I thought we'd done the mating ritual. Okay, go on. So carry on.
Well, the only thing we know for certain
cleaners.
About their the redistribution, their reproduction of any kind is they just are kind of found places, but also that any time the triangle is played, there seems to be a lot, like at least twice as many of them in the given area, 10-mile radius from where that triangle was played.
Is that why the triangle was banned from that particular island?
Exactly. You cannot mark my words. You can't bring the triangle or wind chimes into New Zealand. It's actually illegal.
Okay. New Zealand is on the East Coast.
Anyway. Right. That's a fun fact I wanted to share.
Oh, okay. Right.
You said off the coast of Australia.
Yeah,
the
one west coast.
I know. That's right. The one time I don't get my lefts and rights. Anyway, but yeah, so off the west coast.
There is no island off the west coast. That's the.
Are you sure your documentation is correct?
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Okay. So
anyway, who would like to visit a zoo where you can see the let's get this straight, divine
Delulu dingleberries.
Delulu dingleberries. Yeah, if you'd like to.
Yeah, the divine Delulu dingleberry.
If you'd like to come and see them in their natural habitat, well, not their natural habitat, but in a pseudo natural habitat, where hopefully they will be comfortable and safe.
Someone
actually asked what they ate. Oh,
I'm afraid if I have a triangle-shaped head, will I be allowed to see it? Like, you know.
That just make sure nobody like playfully smacks you upside the head if you don't know how to say something. That would be that might be close enough. We haven't quite worked that part out yet. Also, they only eat people. So now if you'd like to visit them, go over there. If you'd like to not, and if you don't care.
If you don't care, put your arms in the air.
If you
I'll do a visit.
and wave them.
I want to see.
Wow, that's people. Yeah,
all right.
People want to see those dingleberries.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Your east and west could be right because your south is north centric, right? Because that's what you prefer.
It's Canadian East.
Yeah, Canadian East. So we here's the thing: people often get their lefts and rights wrong, and we're too polite to correct them. And so our in certain provinces, our easts and wests are reversed completely, especially Quebec, because fuck Quebec. But
You know what? If you spell Quebec backwards, you know what you get. I don't know.
Buick. Wait, no, Keb. Give me.
Kebab?
I'm getting the Callowee flashbacks. We need to stop this. Anyway, but yeah. So, sorry, my brain just completely derailed because we had nobody to say thank you to before moving on to the next.
Thank you to you, Stevie.
Oh, you're
You.
so sweet. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Shiseki, for enabling my bullshit. But yeah,
There you go.
I was not expecting that kind of sweet music. But yeah, for the next
All right.
game, how about we play a little bit of the questions game, the why game. That's what I meant. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you wanna explain it?
So what happens is we get a bunch of you to stand in a line across the back of the stage, and then what happens is Shiseki or myself, well, basically it'll be one of us than the other. We will be going through a line across you, telling a story based on just asking you questions and hearing your answers, telling related ones along the way. From your perspective, just when it comes around to you, you'll be asked a question, answer however the fuck you want. That's really the whole point. We're just gonna be working off of that. So. Yeah, so you'll be asked a few questions and you'll be legally required to answer or say skip under the clause of the Geneva Conventions. But yeah, I'm of course stalling. Just wait until people come up on the stage to be ready to ask questions. You can lie through your teeth. You don't gotta get nervous. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
come on up.
so we got
All right.
Tokra.
Tokra.
Am I the only
Yeah.
Come
one?
on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on. Come on.
I don't have more. I don't have much answers.
Yeah, we got Razor Smiles.
Shane jumped again.
All right.
Oh man.
No, I don't want to go up.
Got the crew
All
back.
right.
And we got Fanner.
No.
All right. Now, we do have a clause in this room because I've just been reminded. If you're pushing someone else into coming up on the stage, that is then your obligation to come up on the stage. There we go. We got
Oh.
Maxi as well. So now, Maxi, we will completely, we are completely
physically-
okay with it if you just pre-prepare answers that are just, we're gonna have to figure out how they match our question. Yeah, I was gonna come up anyway. Maxi says. All right.
All right, Steve.
So,
do you want to start? I'll
Sure, why
I'll
not?
thank you.
Razor Smiles. I have a very specific question for you. Now, were you the one who helped Heath Ledger get his scars? Because I mean, it seems like it might be your specific job title.
Yeah, it was me. It was me all along.
Oh.
Yes. I have a special avatar that I use for that one. Here, let me get it.
Oh. Does it like so? Because I was expecting the hair would cut below. We'll
no,
figure
no.
that out once we get back to your avatar. But Fanner, now I'm curious, how many criminal charges are put against Razor Smiles as we speak for the ambiguous involvement in the death of Heath Ledger?
Well, that would be one count, two count, one count, at least three.
Okay. So now, Takra, we know that you actually your day job is because Fanner's a big fan of yours. You're the Count from Sesame Street, right? And so we know that you are the one who is the closest accomplice in this. You were one of Heath Ledger's best friends. So now, but you had to be in character the entire time. I'm providing too much context. So Takra, now in your professional career as the Count, what's your account?
My account is 0. Wait. Trying to give up my account. No, blah, no account. No, I'm not gonna give my account.
Oh, wait. So Maxi, why is Takra pleading the fifth all of a sudden? I'm much like Elmo. I can only count to 4. Maxi says. Shiseki. Now,
Yeah.
was the 4th necessary, or could we have just done with the trilogy and just left it at that with her crimes against Heath Ledger?
I mean, once you've got a successful franchise, you just got to keep going bigger and better every time. And naturally, 4 is bigger than 3. So, yeah.
All right. So now Razor smiles. What was the inspiration for this one? I just focused on it for a second.
It's I dress very sharply. I'm dressed sharp.
Literally. Yeah. Now, Fanner, in order to cover up for her crimes, she actually managed to edit some of the documentation, some of Heath Ledger's legal documentation. How was she able to type on the keyboard to do that without destroying every single tool she used?
She got well. She actually spent an awful lot of illegally siphoned money from the production into buying state newly commissioned, personally built mechanical keyboard with steel capped keys, so they are resistant to her bullshit.
So, Doctor, now, do you know the best way to keep just like a sack of keycaps on you as you're traveling wherever you have to be? I assume, consistently on the run, let's say.
Yeah, like I carry like a big box around me all the time, but it's like a small box for you, but inside it's like a huge box. So I can like put everything inside there. Nobody knows what I'm putting there, so it's like, yeah, if you look into it, yeah, you can see like there's a huge mansion there. Like I keep all the smiley cap thingies there.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
there's thousands of them.
Dr. Maxey, we know you're an expert on things bigger on the inside, and so we have to. So I'm very curious, and with the consultants of the only confirmed Brit here, what is your like? So how do you make these sacks the keycaps go into, and do you have a very good market for that?
He says yes.
I don't want to find out that there's a message after that we just that we just flew past. So I'm waiting a second. Give me a bit. Okay, we'll come back around to you. But yeah, so Shiseki, now we understand he's a little bit timid. But you've also been working with him for a while. He's got actually, I think everybody in this room has been an assistant of Dr. Maxey at one point or another. So Shiseki, oh, my sax, much like my soul, is hollow. AFK. Okay. Okay, that's what Maxie said. Uh, so, have you knocked on Maxie's soul lately? What's going on with him?
They knocked on his soul.
He's hollow.
Oh, well. Maxie has undertaken a great quest to find purpose in life. And that purpose is to find the one thing that really makes him feel good about himself.
All right, well, one day we'll find out. So let's rearrange everybody, and now we'll come around to Shiseki's line of question. Yeah, just rearrange yourselves along the line here. All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Skeleton. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic. This cool sea breeze is just wonderful on the bones. Particularly like the moisture.
Now, Tokra, earlier I'm pretty sure that I heard Mr. Bones here coughing, which is unusual for a skeleton. What other types of human, behaviors do you think he mimics?
Besides coughing, which is like pretty unusual, he likes he like plays with a fidget spinner, like he puts a fidget spinner on his fingers and he just rolls it around, and it's like weird because skeletons, they don't like use fidget spinners normally, but somehow they learned to like keep them on their hands and it's also like who uses a fidget spinner anymore? Like Right? It's like
Mm,
so 2 years ago.
That's she raises an interesting point. So is Tucker saying that skeletons don't have like ADHD? They wouldn't get any benefit from a fidget spinner?
Well, what really trips me out is when you could just take his head right off and just you can play soccer with it and you can still hear him coughing. It's just amazing.
Surely it's not very polite to just take somebody's head and start using it as a football. You ask at least first, right?
Silence is deadly.
I'm actually not sure if you take his head off, how will he use like the hands, like coughing the hands? It will be like improper. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he just does it with a.
yeah, he I don't know. He like has other hands
Are you
attached to the.
there, Maxi?
Oh wait, he said AFK. What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
I just remembered.
Okay, okay.
Steve, Mr. Steve, same to you.
Oh hi. Sorry. What was the question again?
That is a good question. Um, I'm the one asking the
Okay,
questions.
Sorry. Oh. Okay. I. Listen. I was. I was waiting for the question.
Steve wasn't listening. It's fine. So, in that case, then, so human. I mean, obviously, if you're studying to act and behave like a human, does that mean that you want to be more human? Is that your lifelong goal?
No, I'm actually not studying at all. It's just the habit is very hard to kick, you know. You just
Right.
sometimes it just happens psychosomatically, like you feel something tickling the inside of your rib cage and you just cough, and you don't even have any lungs, but you still do it. It's very annoying, actually.
Hmm, that is interesting. So, where do you think he picked up that habit?
I think he just mimics people. Like he sees people cough all the time. I mean, they don't have pneumonia, but they still cough. That's rude. And he just picked it up. Or maybe he
So
just saw it in the television.
fascinating.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like he's really it's like one of those like minor birds where he's like picking up on the way that people behave or act or uh hmm. Do you think
Well,
that maybe
maybe.
there's a market there to teach, undead beings how to behave in a social situation?
Well, it seems like maybe it's like a phantom sense in a way, or where, maybe you used to have lungs before and all those other body parts, and it's kind of like a
Oh,
phantom thing.
he used to have lungs. So are we
Yeah.
to guess then that Fëanor actually used to be alive? I would never have thought of that.
Well, so Fanner was actually alive less than a couple weeks ago. Um,
Really?
and we when
What happened?
so when we found his body, he was laying down and his skeleton sprayed out of it, like oozed out of his flesh and just like came in one kind of whole piece.
Mm.
And it was really weird to see. It looked like something straight out of Tim Burton. He actually turned into stop motion as it happened. But yeah, I've never seen anything like it. That's the man who stands before you today.
Is he on trial
I
or something?
mean, why were you so keen to just like step out of your meaty outer layer?
Have you ever felt your flesh rotting on your bones? It's not a pleasant experience. I would assume that most people would be very keen to leave it. And once I built up enough internal energy, I just had to get out. I had to be free of the protein.
Do you ever feel like you want to step out of your rotting outer corpse?
I usually get out at night because it's night and I'm just my body's just sleeping and I just get out and I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my life? And then I go back
Oh.
again. Yeah, and then I wake up and it's like nightmares.
So
Depression
does Toka
Night
just
with
have some,
Stevie and Sho.
does Toka just have some sort of zip or something at the back? So like after he gets back in?
I don't know. There was one time I did leave my body, but I think it was because it was too comfortable when I went to sleep, and I just kind of vibrated out of my body. What's crazy though is I never really turned around to see if my body was still there. I was like, "Whoa!" I look in the mirror. Hey, I don't see myself anymore. Ah, oh well, crazy times.
Hmm. Do you think when Razor Smiles popped out of her body, like her bones, like the claws were literally on the end of her finger bones?
Oh, I think what happened is as Razor Smiles was being separated from her body, the the end of her finger bones were actually the first to go. So you know, like how Wolverine's claws, they kind of just rip out of his skin every single time it happens. I think her fingertips just went completely bye bye, and that was the first. That was the first bit of her flesh to tear, as the rest of it just kind of unsheathed from her. I'm so sorry if you came here looking for an uplifting comedy night of improv.
This is just body horror improv night. It should be Halloween rather than.
How many times have we done this in the past?
I don't know.
Fucking
I'm
Jesus,
here for it.
Halloween was
All
months
right.
ago.
Well, thank you very much to Feanor, Tokra, Razor Smiles, and Maxi.
Thank you so much for coming up here.
Yay.
Thank you for putting up with us. Yeah, it's been wonderful having you. I'm gonna Here we go, and unmake phone, and we're just gonna take some time to segue and stall here. Yeah, for just a
Let's all
second.
go to the lobby. Get ourselves a snack.
Some improv. All right, and you know what, Maxie, you can just stay there. How about that? That's all right with me, frankly. Yeah, because especially because you're AFK.
Need to
But
clean up on aisle 5.
for the
You get
he's
a
our
selfie
good
with-
friend, and we love him. Just like we can build a better one. We have the technology. No. But yeah. Anyway, so Shiseki. Now, do you have another game that you'd like us to play for the last little bit?
we could try a bus stop. We got 7 minutes. If
Sure.
anybody wants to come up and
Lightning
play bus
round.
stop, yeah, we a really quick one. We need 2 or 3
Yeah.
people to come up on stage. Front of the stage is going to be a bus stop, and you're going to be in character, and you're going to have a short conversation. If you run out of things to say or get bored, you just say, "Oh, my bus is here. I hope," and then you say the next. I hope the next person doesn't come along, and you say the name of the next person, and you go and sit off to the side. So, for example, I might say, "Oh, my bus is here. I hope Mike Tyson doesn't take my place." The next person who comes up has to be Mike Tyson. So. There you go. Does anyone want to come and play? Does anybody?
You can also be a repeat guest if you want, because some other people
it's
might
fine.
be nervous, as you might
It's
have
fine.
guessed. But yeah, if you've been having fun, you can come right back. We'll
Or we will just do a 2-man bus stop, which I don't think we've ever done.
Hey,
Hey,
Sakura.
Sakura, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, my bus is
Okay.
here.
Yeah,
Get up there.
you have a bus boy right here. All right.
Oh,
So
You should do
going once and going to twice and Fana.
Jump check.
All right.
Go on, jump
So
check. Get up
if you'd
there.
like to just wait over the other side, you'll basically
Heard
get
that one,
tagged in when someone gets the bus. So go, just
Yeah.
just hang out the side, both of you.
Just hang out over here, and then yeah.
All right, let's
Okay.
start.
And by the way,
'Cause-
exclusively Gem Chick. If you want to come in midway through the game, because apparently every single person in this room wants you on this stage, then at any point you could just go over there, and your turn will be the next turn. How about that? But, so yeah. Gun. Hello, Shiseki. Have you noticed my 3 legs? Oh fuck, that was not intentional. Well, I mean, would you like some lawn care? Because what is going on with you? You're very jiggly today. Um, did did you take up a job as somebody's like hood ornament or something? I really. You look. Did you wait? Oh no! Did Dwight put you? Sorry, Jim. Did Jim put you in a Jello mold again? Fucking Jim! No. Wait, no. I think I've deciphered it. With my stony eyes, I believe you're a duck. I'm really trying here.
uh, uh, I hope a vampire doesn't take my place.
You're despicable.
Blah. I am a
Oh,
vampire for the second time. I'm a
wait.
second time vampire. Blah. I'm gonna eat your. Wait. What does like? Let me check my vampires to do. Like description list. I will suck your. Wait. I will suck your blood.
I assume you've been stoned many
Blah.
times, because I don't have blood, sir.
I have had my share like a bunch of stoning during my life. You know, people just don't like vampire faces and they like stones, so they combine this like hobbies of theirs and just like use me for stoning. But
How about
I am
this?
my psychiatrist. We're talking about this, and I'm over it, so I'm fine now.
How about this? You let me drop on top of you from a very high height, as is per my career, and I will let you attempt to bite into my stony flesh.
I'm fine with that because you will miss. Blah.
I will miss. Wait, why will I
It's far
miss?
away.
I mean, are you in? Do you have invisibility? Oh my God, are you Miles Morales?
No, I'm just like normal, regular height. And if you do the math, you're like coming from a very high like altitude, and then you have to like, oh my God, you need a lot of systems to just aim on, and you'll miss.
That's a really fair point. I need to find a new line of work. I really hope that I really hope that mm, that Johnny Depp, after having played that one really weird vampire from Dark Shadows, doesn't come around here.
Hello. I
Blah.
I just heard you are a vampire. You know, I've been playing a vampire recently in uh some production. I've already forgotten all about it again because man, it was a mess. But uh, I'm very interested in hearing your professional opinion about the the depiction of vampires in Hollywood.
You haven't paid, yeah, like you haven't been paid a lot. I like by judging by the bones and the stage under you're in.
Oh.
Like, yeah, vampires normally have like some skin on them, and yeah, Hollywood doesn't portray the correct vampires. Vampires are like cool guys. They just want to suck blood, you know? They just want to suck blood. Why
Oh,
can't you just suck blood?
don't mind the bones. The movie ends with me getting staked and things got a bit um over enthusiastic at it. Don't worry about it. It's not in the movie.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. The only thing that I'm worrying now is like, do you have any blood on you? Cause I can't tell. Like I'm looking at you like from every
Oh
perspective I
no,
can.
when I said it got over enthusiastic, they kind of had to resurrect me in order to avoid damage suing. So I'm actually dead, but not quite, so I can't sue them. Sorry, no blood.
Oh, okay. By the way, my vampire boss is here. I hope like Bone Doctor doesn't come here or something.
Hey there. Leg bone and
Good evening.
to the knee bone. So I'm just practicing. I got a lot of patience this morning. How you doing?
Uh, I was doing fine before I was rudely groped at the bus station by some
Oh,
random person.
oh, I'm sorry. I was testing your reflexes. Good job. You passed.
I didn't even react.
Yeah, I know. That's what you're supposed to do. Because bones don't have any nerves in them. I can tell because I'm a bone doctor. Yeah.
Hmm.
You
You
don't
know,
seem
I've
convinced.
I've been on some
I have
productions with.
I have the certificate. Sorry, go on.
That sounds like technobabble to me. I'm not entirely buying. I have to say.
No, I don't know technobabble. I'm afraid I didn't study that. This is an online university, so you know you can trust it. Okay. I studied bones, boneology. Yeah, that's the study of bones, the knowledge of bones. That's the finger bones, teeth. Not obviously not the nose bone because that's cartilage. You see, so this is it's deep medical knowledge that I have. The femur, there you go. Ulna, tibia. Um, yeah, there's some bones. The names of
If
bones.
so, that
So I have to pass a
you do
test.
sound like you do sound like a professional. So
Thank you.
if you were to do this, how about you answer me these questions free? What
Okay.
is your name?
Um, Doctor Bonestorm.
What
It's just a hilariously inappropriate name that I just happened to be born into the Bonestorm family, and I happen to have become a bone doctor. But it's a complete coincidence. My father,
complete
he is
coincidence?
not in the
I'm
bone
sure.
doctor. Yeah, yeah.
What is your quest?
To cure people of their bone issues, really,
Mm,
and also
that's a
to
good
unlock
quest.
the secrets of um, Atlantis.
Atlant doesn't matter. What is the velocity of a femur falling from the Empire State Building?
Uh, uh, wait a minute. My boss is here. I hope. I hope a bus driver from New York doesn't take my place.
I'm fed up with even parking these days. Hey, how the fuck you doing?
Yeah, very good actually. I've got I managed to uncover a scammer. It was a great evening already.
Scammer.
So yes, terrible man. Pretended to be a bone doctor, but clearly had no idea whatsoever about the relevant questions of this important thing. Didn't even
No
know.
bones about it. Absolute scumbags, I tell you. I am either
Yeah.
Jewish or Italian, and you'll never be able to figure out which.
Why not be a Jewish Italian?
Why not be a Jew? Why not be a Jewish Italian? Thank you. Wait,
Yes. You should always add more flavor to your roles. And really, what are you if not a role on the grand theater of the world?
you just hold on. This has been a long running argument in my family for 4 generations. Well, are you Jewish or are you Italian? Oh my God, Fana, thank you so much, you fucking skeletal expert, you beautiful bastard. What do you have to say?
I just I'm glad you're so happy about it. Also,
Yeah, right.
I hope I think my bus is coming. I hope
Where they arrive.
I hope fuck.
We got my bus right here. I crashed it next to it.
I hope there's not there isn't a work safety officer coming and sees you making a mess.
What is this
Hey,
bus over
listen.
here?
Listen. I was at the end of his shift. You tell me, what would you do with the fucking bus? This thing has been repaired for 17 years, let me tell you.
Are you Italian or something? How do you park like that? You're Italian. You must look at it. Look at his bus. Like he's like, it's half of it is in the store. Like it's posing real problems for the people in the store. Like I'm safety, I'm a safety regulation
Oh,
guy.
problems. Extra seating is problems, you say. Okay. Well, so, because I see they have a line around the fucking block at brunch time. Nobody's ever satisfied by that. They're eating lunch at like fucking 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They look like you could use more seating. It's not comfortable seating, but that's not my problem. Now, is it, sir? What the fuck even is your name?
My name doesn't matter. Like what? Wait, let me take a look at. Why are there like 800 and some 50 seats? I can count real fast. Why is it like there's 850 seats in this bus? Like there's just seats in the bus where the people like sit.
Listen, you must be new here to New York. We got at least 800 people per square block, and that actually might be close to true now that I think about it. But that actually might be undercutting it now that I think about it. But we have, at any given point, any given bus stop might have upwards 30, 40, 90 people populating it. And I have to fit every single one of them because it's bullshit driving in this town, and you know it.
Yeah, but how do people come off the bus? Like it takes like a half an hour just to like take people off and get people in. You're gonna like cause a lot of traffic jams because of that. Like, wait a second, where did you get your bus driver license thingy card?
Hold on, give me a second. Wait, hold on. Oh God, I think I gotta reach a steaming box. I think this is it. Okay, yeah, here you go.
Why'd you spit on it? Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh yes, sorry. My supervisor is here. He's got to take the bus.
Sorry, it's time for the end of your shift.
Oh, thank God, I gotta retire soon. Thank you so much to Takra and to Fana for coming up here and for telling me how to do my job. But yeah, it's it was lovely having you guys up here. No, seriously, but round of applause for these guys. These guys were great. Absolutely. That applause was completely real. And
here's your fake
yeah.
license, by the way. Just
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much. Yeah. But yeah, so thanks to everybody who came up on the stage today, or anybody who gave one laugh or anything. If you would like to come in 2024 and beyond to Improv Nights, we do these every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We alternate between VR chat and Banter, though, so we'll be coming back here every other week. If you'd like notifications for those, you can go to improvvr.co.uk. That's improv, then an r.co.uk. We got a Discord server and everything. Shiseki, any final thoughts?
Bye-bye, 2023.
Yeah. Do what you can about climate change. Happy New Year. Have a lovely time.
New Year.
Wow.
Fuck you.